Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another video. I'm James.
I'm Jackie.
And we have just set off on our second lap of Australia. So all of last year, all of 2024, we travelled Australia with our rooftop tinny, our camper trailer and our car. And now we are starting our second lap. We're in our new Stablecraft 1450 Explorer. And we have no camper trailer. We just have a car and a swag. So we are roughing it.
We are roughing it. And we're day 3. We're still smiling at the moment.
So we're currently in Port Lincoln. We're at the start of the Eyre Peninsula and we are moving to WA pretty quickly. We've got some stuff to get sorted over there, but we thought that we'd make a little video to show what we think are the best spots of the Eyre Peninsula. We've travelled through South Australia twice for the last couple of years and we spent a lot of time here. We love South Australia.
It's so beautiful.
It's a sick spot.
It's very much like southern WA, except without the crowds.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Maybe
so
a little windier.
we thought we'd show what we think are some of the best bits. I'm sure there's heaps more, but we just don't have as much time as we'd like to spend here. So we're going to show you guys what we reckon are the best bits of the Eyre Peninsula and obviously show you guys what the best fishing is. The thing I love about especially Port Lincoln and Coffin Bay, which is where we're going to head in the next few days, is that because of the shapes of these bays, no matter what the wind is doing, you can find somewhere to fish. Today it's blowing like 15 knots from the northeast, and we've just come over to one of the islands just off Port Lincoln. You can see it in the background, and we are out of the wind. It's nice and comfortable to fish, and this morning we have one goal, and that is to catch some squid. Squid are obviously really tasty, but they're also a really good bait to have up our sleeve as well for further down the track. So squid is the goal this morning. I'm sure we'll find some. It might take us a bit of time to find like a patch, but they will be here somewhere. There's heaps of squid in this area. We've caught them in the last few years here. So yeah, we'll catch some squid and then on to the next species after that. So we've done a bit of squid fishing on the channel, but it's always just been like to catch bait or done in passing, and we haven't really explained what we do. So I reckon squid's one of Australia's favourite things to catch. People just get so excited about squid, as they should, because they're really good to eat. They're amazing bait. And I learned that they're one of the most sustainable things in the ocean. So if you're going to eat seafood, squid is one of the best things to eat. So to catch squid, if you've never caught squid before, they're super easy. You need a squid jig. You can also use them with a baited jig, but squid jigs are just easy. We catch 90% of our squid on squid jigs. This one here, this is a Shimano Cephia 3.0 size squid jig. So they have different sizes. We don't really use smaller jigs. Squid eat purely on eyesight, and you'll catch squid the size of this jig. They don't care. If they're a small squid, they'll eat a big jig. However, we've found that if it's a big squid, they may not eat a small jig. So just use big ones, we reckon. And Jack will show you the action for squid. So you cast out your squid jig, the longer the cast, the better. You let it sink, and then you want to just slowly work the jig up and down. So it kind of like, what's the word I want, Jack? Protrudes? Something or other. It mimics a prawn, so as it's coming through the water, it sort of goes up and then sinks down. You'll often catch your squid on the drop, so as the squid jig is sinking, that's when the squid will come and grab it. So, yeah, that's what you do.
Just kidding, that's a snack.
You sinned in. So it's kind of like gambling. You want your squid jig as close to the bottom as you can, but if you get it too close to the bottom, you'll get it snagged. Squid jigs, you can spend $5 on them from a service station, or you can spend $35 on them from a tackle shop. I believe that on the days that the squid are really slow, the more expensive jigs will make the squid, like you'll catch them with the more expensive jigs. On the days where there's squid everywhere, it doesn't matter what kind of jig you have. So if you're traveling, it's always good to have some good ones up your sleeve and then have some cheap ones as well for, you know, if you've got incapable crew that are using them.
So the jig that I'm using at the moment, can't remember the name of it, but it's also a 3.0, so a bit heavier so it sinks to the bottom, but mine has a rattle in it. So hopefully the squid hear the rattle and come and get mine instead of James's.
All right.
This feels a bit better.
Bit better than what? Any other squid we've caught today? Oh, what's the boat? There we go.
Nice.
Please hold.
Oh, just inked.
So when you grab squid, you just want to grab the leader and then grab it behind its head and grab it tight. because if you don't grab it tight, they will bite you. The most humane way to deal with these is to sit them on your chopping board, chop to the head like that, and then that's them done. So nice and quick. The quicker you kill them, the better they'll taste. So that's a nice eating size one. And yeah, they're a pretty impressive little creature. They're also the messiest little creature that exists in the ocean. So that's why I'm holding it over the side of the boat.
So for squid, this is a pretty small one, but the small ones are actually better to eat because when they get bigger, they get a bit rubbery. The small ones, usually we smash them with a bit of a hammer once we've, like before we cook them, and that tenderizes them a bit. But the small ones tenderize a lot better than what the big ones do. So there we have it.
Nice one. Good looking creature.
Some nice dinner.
I was talking about you.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be one of those days where Jack catches everything and I just sit here and do nothing, but a late start, but I'm here. When you're winding in squid, like this one took the jig like 30 or 40 meters away, you want to pretend, oh, there's another one with it, Jack. Oh, there's 3 with it. Quick, drop it down.
Can't see.
Drop.
Where is it?
All down there. Oh, eating. Got him.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. Can we go a 3-piece here? Get this one. Leave that one in there for a sec.
Oh, that one's tiny.
It's alright. Try and get another one.
This is terrible filming, but...
This is
it's only just on.
terrible fishing, really. See that there? You never know, there might be another one. Oh, that sucks.
Ink on the boat.
On the boat. Wow, he's just hooked. Oh, I got another squid out the back. Eating.
Is it on yours?
It's about to be.
Oh, I can see it. Oh no, that was the ink from mine.
Oh, I just dropped it. So when you get snagged with one of these squid jigs, you can almost always get them back because they have just like prongs on them, not necessarily hooks. You can always, as long as you use heavy enough leader, like 12-pound or more, you can often, I'll swap you, Jack, you can often bend the prongs and get the jig back, as long as it's not wedged under a rock or something. Oh, we got a nightmare here. It's like that. So you just gotta be patient and get them back.
That's all it was.
Wasn't even bad. Now mine's gonna be snagged. Another one for Jacqueline.
Another one. Don't play around too long. It's just hooked by one tentacle.
Yeah, right. Here you go. Please hold.
They are really cool creatures.
You really should just use a net. But then the net gets all inky and it's just a messy game, so.
And the ink is just so, like,
gross.
Yeah, thick and
Gross.
almost sticky, but...
What's that? 4-1. Crikey. Well, that's 5. That's what we need for, that's a good feed.
That's a great feed.
That's a feed and some bait. Micro squid. Oh, getting bigger. Look at the head shakes on this thing. When you catch a squid, you want to pretend that there's a sock on the end of your line and you're just trying to keep that sock full of water.
That's basically what they are.
It's, yeah. Oh, like. There's another one with it, Jack. There's another one with it. He's playing with it.
No, he doesn't want mine.
We might stop there, I reckon, and go try to do something else.
Cool. Let's do it. Successful little morning. We came out this morning knowing it was going to be, or the wind actually hasn't been as bad. It was as what we thought it would be, but it's starting to pick up a bit now. So we just came out with the intention of getting a bit of a feed and some bait for hopefully for tomorrow.
So to get these squid ready for the scaler bag, this is actually just my dive catch bag. An actual scaler bag is pretty much the same as this. It's just got some like some PVC circular tubing in there to make it roll better, but this still does work. It just takes a little bit longer. So space wise, for when you're traveling, this is much more effective, I reckon. I've just tied on like a stainless steel swivel on here, so then when it spins it doesn't make my rope all twisted. But with the squid, all you need to do is you need to get your knife and you just need to cut the top of the hood off. Say goodbye to that, and what that does is it just lets the water pass through there and shoot out all the ink and stuff. So you just do that for all your squid. And that's what we're left with. So I've just put a piece of spear gun rubber on here as a stopper, which most catch bags have anyway, and then you can probably already see, but you're left with, like it cleans it for you. It's amazing. Left with those, then you got all your heads, which you can keep for bait if you so please, and then all the wings are off as well. If anyone's cleaned squid before, they know how long that would take and the mess it would make. I don't know if you can see, when it's behind the boat, you see all the ink getting smashed out of it, so it's just so much better. So that is how you do it. So there's probably a lunch and a dinner for us, and yeah, perfect. Might put the boat in, and I think this afternoon the wind is now starting to come through, so we're going to head over to the other side of the national park and we're going to go try and find some big Australian salmon. That's the goal. So we'll take you along. We'll probably get bogged, that's what we do, and hopefully catch some salmon. Righto, welcome to the beach. We're about to head on. What?
Welcome to the beach.
What Jack and I know about four-wheel driving is
minimal.
It's very minimal. But finally, my stepdad for Christmas got us some tyre deflators, so this is big news for us. Finally, we don't have to find a little stick and time ourselves to let our tyres down. So we'll drop our tyres down nice and low, 15. Then you're just not worried about it. Low as we go, and then we'll get on the beach and find a school of salmon. Hands free. How good's that? We're just up on this cliff trying to find a school of salmon, and there's a few schools but they're all just too far out, but we have found a shark. Oh, it's actually a big one. Yeah. Maybe on the next wave it might catch it. There it is. See where it goes. Hopefully it leads us to the salmon. Alrighty, welcome to the beach kitchen. You've probably seen we've got ourselves a new awning in the absence of our very luxurious camper trailer that we now no longer, we actually still have it and it's still for sale if anyone wants it. We are desperate to sell it.
Please buy it.
Please, we have no money, but this is our new cooking setup now. So beautiful backdrop. I guess this is an advantage of the car over the camper trailer. We wouldn't be bringing the camper trailer down to have a cook up on the beach, but I know in our last video we said we were going to do a bit of a car walkthrough. We've done a lot of work to the car to live out of it, but I just want to make sure it actually works. So we're going to wait a bit. I don't want to like give people an idea and then it go on a corrugated road for a day or two and then everything just fall apart. So we've built shelves, we've built a platform, there's 150 litres of water in the car with a water pump and a few other bits and pieces, but I don't want to show anyone until we know it actually works, because I'd hate for people to try and draw inspiration from it and then it just fall apart. So we're about 4 days in and nothing's broken yet, so we'll stand by for that. It's been a beautiful arvo. I've been trying to catch salmon just out here, getting harassed by a little shark. I was catching lots of little ones, nothing too exciting, just like ones that were maybe like 300 or 400 grams, like 25 centimetre ones. So we'll save that for when we can show you guys some like proper big South Australian salmon. They get up to 5 kilos around here. We've caught them that big in previous years that we've been over here, so we'll have to try that again another day. But we are going to whip up a little calamari extravaganza. So these are some calamari from this morning.
Afternoon snack.
Yeah, it's like just after lunch, so we're going to have a lazy arvo and a smaller dinner, so we thought we'd make ourselves a nice big afternoon tea snack. We are going to show you our favourite way to cook calamari. I reckon you can really stuff up calamari if you, and we often do stuff it up.
No, you're pretty good at cooking it.
If you, if you cook it for too long, if you cook it the wrong way, it tastes like rubber. Yeah, so this one's really easy. You can't really stuff it up, and we'll show you how to do it. So here's this morning's calamari. This is just 2 hoods. I've got the hoods and I've just cut them. They once looked like that, and now they look like this. I've just cut them down the middle. You don't get to do calamari rings this way, but I reckon you can tenderize them better. So we have a tenderizing hammer. This is pretty funny. Like, we are so paranoid about how much stuff we can fit in the car, and somehow the tenderizing hammer has made the cut. And you only can use it for squid. There's nothing else you can really use this for. It's not very good for hammering pegs in because it's got no weight.
What were those things in the shells that we were eating?
Things in the shells that we were eating. Abalone. You can use it for abalone as well. We don't eat abalone that much. But what you do is you find something solid, you get your hammer, and you basically whack the daylights out of these squid until, I reckon, the more the better. But you want to whack it until it's like almost falling apart. So give it a really good whack, and yeah. Pretty savage, but you need a wooden chopping board to do it as well. So I'll get back to you in about 10 minutes when I've done this. Alright, so these are all tenderized now. You can see, like, that's a very, very floppy squid. I also reckon dragging them behind the boat in the scaler bag tenderizes them as well. So that is super tender, and then we just slice them up. I reckon the thinner the better, because then you can cook it quicker. And like on a camping stove, you can't get it as hot as like a stove inside. So just like nice, long, thin strips, kind of like that. And yeah, do all those.
So James has chopped up all the squid, prepared them beautifully. You have to be really careful with squid though. When you chop them, sometimes they'll stick back together. So you've just got to be careful that they have actually been chopped through. James was pretty savage with the knife, so we're just putting them straight into a little egg and milk mix, just a splash of milk, just to make it go a little bit further really, rather than using 2 eggs. So we put them all in there, let them soak in there just for a little minute, and then without taking too much of the liquid, putting them straight into, we've just got breadcrumbs today. Sometimes we do different sorts of concoctions, but just plain breadcrumbs in a container so that we can give them a good shake around.
A lot of people reckon that with squid, if you get them and you freeze them, they taste better. Like, so you freeze them for a couple of days and then they come out of the freezer, then you cook them. I agree, I reckon they do taste better. A lot of people reckon if you soak them in milk for a while as well, that makes them taste better. I've never tried the milk one. So if
the milk helps tenderize them.
Yeah, if anyone's done the milk trick, let us know. Me and Jack don't really eat much milk or drink much milk. Yeah,
it's for brekkie, really.
We never really have much, so maybe it's something we can try though.
So the perk of a container, you can give them a really good shake around and not be fearful.
Give it a bit of effort. What are you doing?
That the Ziploc bags get a break. We also found last year that we were going through a ridiculous number of Ziploc bags, and I went through a stage of trying to wash them, but then like once there's fish and squid in them, they just never are the same again.
Just use containers, less plastic.
We've reverted to a container.
Yeah.
It's worked well so far.
Alright, so we got a little bit of oil. If you had unlimited resources, you'd probably go all butter, no oil, but we do not. So then we'll go about that much butter. How much was that?
A heap tablespoon.
About that much. And then some of God's nectar. Is that a lot?
That is garlicky.
Like it's just us. And then you want to just zhuzh that around. Don't let the butter burn. That is a trap for young players. Do not let the butter burn. Look at that, that already looks sick. It's already spitting at me. Ah! If you could smell on the camera, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right. Nice and hot. And then get these guys in there with minimal breadcrumbage. Oh boy. Oh boy. And then, what, 1 minute?
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Till golden brown.
It's like little worms.
Yeah.
That's not done yet.
Jack reckons that was more like 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. This isn't gonna work.
Maybe 2.5.
Maybe 2.5? No, it wasn't 2.5. Yeah, there you go. That's.
Bit of S&P.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
The salt really jets out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, compared to the pepper.
End result. Verdict.
Very good. Very tender, actually.
Yeah.
Tasty. Job well done.
If we had some lemon, that would probably be better.
A squeeze of lemon, that would really top it off. But
Yeah, but that's
they're pretty good.
restaurant quality.
Restaurant quality. Like we just got takeaway.
We'll see you tomorrow. We're either going to go wide in the boat if the weather is behaved. We're going to go have a look out wide, and if not, we're going to put in some work to find some big Australian salmon. So we'll see you then.
See you then.
So this is what we wanted to do. We were just packing up from lunch. I was flying the drone. I was like, oh my God. Cast just a little Helco.
Can't really see, it's just a metal.
I don't even know what to say. I'm rattled. This thing is a tank.
That's huge.
That is exactly what we're here for. We're gonna let this go. Are they still out there?
I don't know.
Did you see them again?
I'll try find them.
These things are brutes. Look at the size of the head on that. This one's a bit smaller than the other one. I'm going to release it now, but They are absolute tanks and they're still all out there, so
My turn.
let's get one. Well guys, thanks for watching another video with us. We gave up on those salmon. We gave up on those salmon, they got the better of us.
Couldn't find them again.
I got a little bit chaotic when we were catching them, so the footage may not be that great.
Hopefully it's okay.
I'm
very excited.
I get so excited, but yeah. Thanks for watching another one. We'll see you, I reckon we'll be in Coffin Bay next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coffin Bay National Park, we'll see you then. We better get out of here before one of these sharks gets us.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. No sharks are getting him.